How's it going, Habibis? The new Dark Magician girl, the Magician's Apprentice, is here. I also have a pop that kind of looks like her, so that's pretty cool. But she has made Shining Sarc a little bit better. Now, of course, she's our baby girl for our new Dark Magician support when that finally drops, but that's not here today. And that's not the video I'm bringing for you today. We are going to be doing Shining Sarcophagus plays, specifically our Shining Sarcophagus Fiendsmith deck, which I have talked about in the past. It has gotten a lot better, so I hope you guys will enjoy these replays. We streamed it this morning on twitch.tv/KingMatty. Be sure to drop a follow. And we had some really good success with it. I'll be probably playing in a tournament with it later on, so hopefully I'll be able to report back with some good news with that. But if you enjoy this video, like it for me, sub to the channel. We're very close to 6K, which is amazing. So let's get there, and let's start with some replays. All right. So for starters, I've made changes to the deck as the stream progressed, right? Naturally, that's what I do typically. So I'll show you guys the final iteration. I'll tell you what I changed when we talk about the deck list at the end of the video. Now, my opponent here is going to Ash my Engraver. Good thing is we have the Lacrima, which also acts as a one-card combo that gets us into our Fiendsmith plays. So we're going to dump the Engraver from the deck. Also, we did activate the Future Silence. Activated the Future Silence during the draw phase because Duel is going to be very prevalent in this format, with Ryzeal and Mitsurugi now being in the game. They're going to be you're going to be seeing a lot of that. So Duel really cooks a lot of decks, and people are going to be playing it left and right. So here on my 5th summon, I'm actually going to go straight into Wave High King Kesar. And look at that beautiful animation. We summon out our Dark Magician Girl, the Magician's Apprentice, search for Shining Sarc. So now if they have Nibiru, they couldn't activate it because we have Kesar on the field. I'm going to use Shining Sarc to grab the Ties That Bind, and that's going to grab my Gadget Trio and my Silent Magician 0. Now Gadget Trio is going to grab turn silence. I'm going to set the imprint from hand, end turn. So look at this. We end on Kesar. We end on a Spell Negate. We end on a Monster Negate. And we have our imperm as well. So pretty solid board. Let's see what my opponent's doing. We get to gain some attack here. I'm going to negate this pre-prep. We're going up against Mitsurugi here, and pre-prep gives them a quick +2, so we got to negate that. I'm going to imperm the Armasa, and they actually scoop it up. We still had our Kesar as well as our turn silence, so pretty good cookage there with the new Shining Sarc, all because of the girl. Let's go to the next replay. All right, so we're going up against a Tenpai player. We lost the coin flip, but they wanted to go second, so we're going to start off with Dark Magician Girl, the Magician's Apprentice. Get rid of the Fua. They're going to Ash Blossom it. Unfortunate, really, but that's okay, because we have our next engine, the Fiendsmith engine. They're going to activate Max C, though. So I'm like, do I really want to mess with this? Let me not. We have Imperm. We hope for the best. I also sensed that they had another hand trap, so I knew I was only going to be contending with about 2 or 3 cards in their hand. You know, Tenpai plays so many hand traps, so they summoned their Chandra, and luckily we had the Imperm, destroyed the Chandra because we activated on the attack declaration, and nothing they could do there. So now we're going to activate Track. They're going to activate Lancia. That was the other hand trap that I sensed from the previous turn, and they basically just die, you know? They don't do anything, I'm pretty sure, the rest of the duel, and we cook them, which is what Tenpai players deserve. They deserve to be cooked, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go Sequanche. Sequanche is going to summon out Lacrima. Lacrima is going to summon out our Engraver. We're going to attack, and leave them with like a few hundred life points. And by a few hundred, I mean 100 life points. And then we're going to use Lacrima's burn damage at the send to the grave. When it's sent to the graveyard, burn for 1200 for game. You love to see it. Fiendsmith Shining Sarc. Cooks. Very simple. Let's go to the next one. All right, let's go here. This is against a Ryzeal player. So pretty decent hand. This is around the time when we switched out the Tract for the Sanct, okay? And I'll talk about it in the deck list why we did this, but essentially going into Fiendsmith Sanct allows us to have less cards in the deck, right? Because you don't have to play the Luri, which is a brick, and you take out Tract instead of Sanct. And it allows us to do some things here. So, I mean, I'll talk about it later. But mainly it's to have less cards in the deck, make the deck more consistent. So now they're going to Ash my Requiem, no problemo. Let's go Shining Sarc. Shining Sarc is going to grab the Gadget Trio. Gadget Trio is going to get met with Valor, so I'm like, holy crap, this guy's just playing Hand Trap Turbo. He hit me with 3 handies. You hate to see it, but it is what it is. So we're going to go Engraver, summon it out. Okay. So now we have 2 bodies on the field. We're going IP Masquerena. Got to make do with what we have. Summon Gandora. So my plan here, Imperm plus 2 SP effects. Let's see what we can do. So my opponent's going to summon out X Ryziel. They're going to force out my Masquerena because they're going to try to negate it with the Meteorologic Aggregator. I'm going to go SP Little Knight. SP Little Knight is going to banish the X on its summon. Okay. Of course, they have Bonfire because they're just the better player. They're going to go Ice. I'm going to get rid of it with IP. I'm sorry, with SP, just so they can't attack over it later. They're going to go Cross, summon out the Sword Ryziel, and then they're going to go into Duo Drive. Well, fortunately for me, I got this Impermanence that effectively ends their turn after they attack me for 2,500. No problem, no problem. We have Shining Sarc, we have SP follow-up. We don't have any Fiendsmith follow-up, but that's okay. We don't need it. We draw into Dark Magician Girl. We're going to grab Gandora here, okay? Now, they're going to negate the Ryziel. They're going to negate Gandora with Ryziel Cross. And here comes the Dark Magician Girl. She's going to put in work. Grab a Shining Sarc. Okay, so we needed to bait the Ryziel Cross because that was their only disruption. So now we can go Celine. Celine could summon out that Dark Magician Girl. Okay, we're going to go Access Code, and we're going to pop the Cross, and we're pop the Duo Drive. So obviously the Duo Drive would be a problem. We could have attacked over it, but I wanted to get rid of the Ryziel Cross because now they're in a top deck situation. Ryziel Cross would allow them for follow-up as well as to draw cards, so we don't want that. I could have gone like the Fiendsmith route there, but sometimes Access Code is the simplest way, and GG. They didn't draw the card they needed. You love to see it. We also had a secret negate here, or secret disruption, I should say, with Shining Sarcophagus, which don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. Shining Sarc can put in work with that secret disruption. All right, let's go into another replay. All right. A lot of these duels, man, I mean, I think just because based off of how consistent we've built the deck, we've had a lot of times where we have opening hands that allow us to go into our Fiendsmith plays and allow us to also go into our Shining Sarc plays. Now, in this particular situation, my opponent negated my Future Silence, so I wasn't able to grab the Dark Magician Girl, but I will be able to set up a Wave High King Caesar here, and that'll be enough. Here you're going to see Necroquip. Necroquip allows us to have a level 6 on the field, so now we could go into that Caesar. And, you know, KSAR plus Imperm, see. Looks like we're going up against a Prime-Eye Blue Eyes player. I'm going to max C them. They're going to say, you know what, I got enough hand traps and non-engine, so I'm just going to go Drill Beam pass, and that's going to be enough. And it is typically, you know, with Blue Eyes, how many hand traps they play, they can usually do a lot of work. So here, the card we drew off the maxi was Gadget Trio, which is actually really good. Here I'm going to try to force out the Drill Beam, and we're going to go into Requiem. Requiem is going to be placed, equipped to the Engraver. I'm going to try to get rid of Blue Eyes. They're going to activate Dragon's Mind. A lot of people are playing this card. I'm seeing Ryziel, seeing Regenesis, I'm seeing Blue Eyes now. It's crazy. A lot of people are playing it. So they had the Dragon's Mind, unfortunate. But because the Fiendsmith monster was destroyed by card effect, I could set the Sanct, no big deal. I'm going to summon Gadget Trio. They're going to Drill Beam my KSAR. Big mistake. Gadget Trio allows me to grab Shining Sarc. They didn't fear the Shining Sarcophagus. They're going to pay dearly for it. We're going to summon Gandora G. They're going to chain Called By, which is just going to make my Gandora G stronger. So that's fine by me. Let's pop the field, summon out our Silent Magician 0, and swing big after nuking their field. Also, an added benefit here is we banished their Blue Eyes as well as their Ether Barrel. Also, I forgot to mention, I don't know if I was fast forwarding too much, when they Drill Beamed me, they revealed that they had a Blue Eyes White Dragon in the hand. So I know one of the cards in their hand is Blue Eyes, a Brick Eyes. Got him. And another card, and they're going to draw. So they have 2 cards in hand. We have a Spell Negate, we have Ash, we have Maxi. We're chilling here. If you like the video, guys, like the video. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Activate Maxi, why the heck not? They have no choice but to make plays, or else we're going to GG them. They activate Lordly Load. I'm going to negate it. We GG them. Shining Sarc better than Blue Eyes. Confirmed. And this was a very simple replay. I mean, it just kind of goes to show the power of turn silence. Also, a lot of these replays are me going first. I think all of them are me going first. It really, I mean, you guys know. You guys know. You play Yu-Gi-Oh, you know. The going second replays are like, I maxied my opponent, so I won the game. I Ash Blossomed my opponent, so I won the game. I'd rather show you guys the combos and me playing through hand traps and whatnot. So here this Giga Chat is playing Gamma. I decided to let that go through because I figured Ash Blossom and turn silence is enough. If I would have Ashed the Gamma, by the way, what would have happened was I would get off the Gadget Trio, Ties That Bind. I would summon up my Silent Magician 0, and then when they draw a card, Silent Magician 0 automatically activates. They would have just negated and destroyed that. So I figured this is the best route. I'm playing against Centurion. They're going to discard the Phalanx to set the Trudy, then summon the Trudy. I'm going to turn silence the Trudy, negating it, increasing my Dark Magician Girl to a level 9, negating the Trudy. I still have Ash in hand in case they have Emblem of Oath or something like that. So they scoop it up. That's all it takes is a turn silence. Not to mention, they can't attack because of turn silence. I can end their battle phase. So great card there. Definitely something that's worth a search. Let's now look at the final deck list for this Fiendsmith Shining Sarc Endeavor. All right, Habibis, this is the deck list, a clean 40 card list for you. I know you guys like to see the 40 card lists. We've been seeing so many 60. Here's a clean 40. Dark Magician Girl will save this deck, and she really has. She's a gem. She has helped us so much. She really ups the consistency of this deck. Now, what we're doing with this deck, real quick, I do want to say, we're playing 14 handies, okay? 14 hand traps in this deck. That gives you a 90% chance of opening 1 and a 58% chance of opening 2, which are pretty good odds. You can even up those if you want to get rid of Called By, up to you. But you know me, I run the odds because that's important when you're building a deck. And I like those odds. 14 out of 40 cards being hand traps is very good. We're obviously playing the 3 Future Silence, which gets us to the Dark Magician Girl. So 6 copies of Dark Magician Girl, 7 Berry Magician Girl acting as a pseudo Gadget Trio, which allows us to get the Dark Magician Girl as well. So I love that I get to play Berry Magician Girl. Very cool, very cool. And then the other thing I want to talk about real quick is Fiendsmith Sarc, right? So I mentioned it earlier. We're playing Sanct as opposed to playing Tract and Luri. So anytime you can play 1 card as opposed to playing 2, and it gives you the same effect, you always go for it because it helps, you know, decrease the number of cards in your deck, up the consistency. You can play other cards instead. Fabled Luri is a brick, right? Tract does something by itself, but Fabled Luri doesn't. So I'd rather play it like this. The only downside that I've noticed so far is that when you play Sanct, because you have to control no monsters, basically, you have to do this first. So it does affect your sequencing of your combos, but once you get the hang of it, it's really not that bad. I do like it. It also kind of forces us more so to go into Caesar turn 1, and then on the clap back for the OTK to go into Desiree turn 3, which is fine because Desiree is a great OTK piece. And then to talk about the extra deck real quick, we're just playing the Fiendsmith stuff, typical Fiendsmith stuff, the instant lose card Typhon, as well as the Access Code Selene Dark package. So pretty standard stuff there. Also Appaloosa, because hey, Appaloosa's the GOAT. We spam bodies sometimes, so good to set up Appaloosa from time to time. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button for me. Sub to my channel if you're not already subbed. I really appreciate you guys that are. But if you're not, consider subbing. It helps me out a ton. I try my best to get videos out for you guys that help, you know, play the decks you like, play the game you love to hate. You hate that you love it, Master Duel. I love this game. Hopefully I can continue to make videos for you guys, but you gotta sub and like the videos because it really helps me out a ton. Helps me keep doing this. So thank you guys. It's free to do, obviously. So hopefully you guys will sub. We're almost at 6K, which is amazing. So thank you guys for that. And until next time, Habibis, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Peace and love. And be sure to check out this video right here where I talk to the GOAT of DM, Loza, have a great discussion on everything Dark Magician. See you guys next time. Peace.